welcome you all for the course. Today is day 1 and I am so excited to see all you people as web designers at the end of this course. So I want to quickly introduce myself. It's me Nithya and I have 9+ experience in web technologies and 7+ experience as entrepreneur, and I am interested in educating people, so I am here. Remember, we become what we think about. I strongly believe in this quote. I request you to think like a web designer in first day itself. Tune your mind to think like web designer. The main goal of web designer is the web page or the website. I mean UI design which you create should impress the attention and easy accessibility, user friendly, and strongly insisting you to implement your creativity and innovation. As of today, internet usage is increasing day by day, right? Internet becomes the part of our day-to-day life. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, feel that you are in the right place. The only one thing I am asking with you is full commitment. I have structured this course with all needs and supportive elements to become effective web designer. Right, today we're going to see the introduction for web technologies. Web technology is the combination of multiple technologies. So let me see some terminologies we want to know before entering into web technology or web development course. Client, server, web page, website, domain, web browser, and web server. Okay, let me see one by one. So how does the web work? The web information is stored in web pages. Those web pages are structured in a HTML format, which we are going to cover in the HTML sessions. The next one is the computer in which web pages are stored is known as web server. The computer which receives the pages is called web client. For example, our browsers, Chrome, Safari, Opera, etc. When client requests for information to server, the server will make that information in processing state. After processing the request, the server will send the response to the client. The information is in the form of HTML code. Okay, all backend process are done by programs and scripts in it. So then web or internet. Both are not the same thing. Internet is a collection of devices connected together. By the way, the web is a collection of documents connected together by means of hyperlinks. Then who defines web standard? Before that, who owns whole internet? There is no single company who owns the entire internet. For this, I can tell you one example. Consider roadways in states and cities. It will be maintained by particular state and city itself. I mean particular state government itself. Similarly, internet is a network of networks handled by different companies. Okay, the web standard are not defined by the browser companies like Microsoft or Google or some other company, but it was done by World Wide Web Consortium. It's W3C. So it have certain goals and certain standards. So all websites and web applications should follow that standard. So first one is universal access. So it means to make the web accessible to all by promoting new technologies which will impact difference in cultural, language, education, ability, and it should be accessible for all continents. Next one is semantic web. Semantic web is to develop a software environment that permits each user to make the best use of resources available in the web. Okay, so next one is trust. So W3C will guide the web developments with careful consideration for the legal, commercial and social issues raised by these technologies. All those issues and standard related issues are handled by W3C. So next is history. I don't want to bore you guys, so just small introduction or small content about history of the web. Internet is not born overnight, right? It went through many research. In 1960s, US military undertaken a project called ARPANET. Okay, this was restricted net. Only people in government, military, academy and the people inside that network can access the data inside the network. Okay, then www arise. So the users, it helps to users to locate and display multimedia based documents, by the way, in the form of HTML. It was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee of CERN is a research institute, and also introduced freeware portable browser in 1992. Okay, that all process in the web have certain protocols. As we have many technologies over here, all things will run in the control of protocols. Protocol means it's set of rules and regulations which web or internet is following for data transfer. So protocols. The first protocol is HTTP, is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So it is used to access data and handles its messages. Like I already shown you one client and server, right? Client will raise the request and server will respond according to that request. So this request and response is handled by HTTP protocol. It can transfer data in the form of plain text, hypertext, audio, video and so on. Right, here you can see this image where user raise the request to the browser. So then browser sends that request. Okay, after getting connection into server, the browser sends the request to the server, and then the process is done in the server side, whether it want to search for document or it want to process some values, and it will send the response again. Then it will be shown in the web browser. So this is handled by HTTP. The next protocol is TCP/IP. This TCP/IP is mainly for the transmission control. So this is called transmission control protocol or internet protocol. It mainly used to control by means of some operation across the network. So next one is file transfer protocol. It allows file to transfer between one computer to another computer. By the way, at the end of this course, we going to transfer our website, or we have created some website, right? So we're going to transfer this whole set files into server. So we using FTP for transferring data from our local client to server. It may be in the form of text, software, images, videos, audios, and so on. The next protocol is SMTP. This is mainly to transport email over the internet. Okay, we will be receiving email by means of our email address, right? So that is handled by simple mail transfer protocol. The next one is POP3. I think it's been a POP3, post office protocol. We use this protocol to access a mail server to get mail. Nowadays, cybercrime activities have increased as internet users increased. Let me have a short look on this topic. The criminal activities is done on internet is called cybercrime. So using computer and internet, stealing information with malicious program or with some other techniques, the hacker who's stealing the information is known as cybercrime, and the place is called cyberspace. Okay. Let me see some types in cybercrime. First one is credit card frauds. So we will be getting calls in the name of we giving credit cards. You have approved credit cards with 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs. So we getting these types of messages. So this come under credit card frauds and sale of illegal articles like narcotics, weapons, wildlife. So these things come under illegal activities over internet. Online gambling is also a cybercrime. Next one is intellectual property crimes. For example, pirated software, copyrighted information and related to that copyright issues, trademark violation or theft of computer source code is also come under intellectual property crimes. Then email spoofing. Email spoofing means sending emails with fraud from address. Like the from address will be like branded company. It shows alert, you got job, congratulations, your account will be credited with 3 million, 4 million likewise. So we will be getting these types of messages, mails with harmful virus which start to run that particular system. The harmful virus will be start to run when you open that email itself. So next is forgery. It will come under the name of popular company names. So they will be creating email in the name of company name itself and they start to forgery over internet. The next one is phishing. Phishing means unwanted mails for customers from financial institutions requesting them to enter their username or password or personal information to access their bank account. The next one is cyber terrorism. The terrorism activities over internet is called cyber terrorism. And then we have some certain laws before that and regulation. I mean rules and regulation for controlling these activities, criminal activities. So before that there is some more list or that on a cyber stalking. It means online harassment and online abuse. Okay, all these things come under cyber stalking. And wishing. Wishing means the combination of voice and phishing, such as phone scams. Okay, of asking for card number, OTP, PIN, etc. Right? So this all come under wishing. V-I-S-H-I-N-G. Wishing. Okay. Let me see some cyber law. It's a system of law and regulation for cyberspace. Cyber laws applicable worldwide, and intellectual property law for copyrights, trademarks, patents and related rights. It means intellectual property in the sense the digital assets. It may be in the form of codes, or it may be in the form of images. So if we have trademarked logos, so that particular logo is used by some other person, means it is come under intellectual property crime, right? So we are able to use the trademarked images. If we want to place an image in website, means we should not use copyrighted images. Okay, if we use copyrighted images inside our website, means it will be also a crime. We should not do that. And also we should not use copyrighted content also. So we might come across many beautiful content which is copyrighted, and if you copy and paste that content in your website, means it will come under crime law, because the content which they created have been registered with copyright laws, so we are unable to use that law. If you want to check whether the content which we having is copyright or not, for that purpose you can search in Google directly, or else there are some certain tools which will be discussed in later sections. So these are the list of laws. If you want to note it down, you can note it down. Then the secret weapons every web designer need. First one is time management. We have seen about web technologies and its terminologies. I think I have missed out domain, right? So domain means is in the form of name. Okay, domain name like www.google.com. So it is in the format of words, right? Alpha numeric words. So in initial days there is no domain name. Okay, instead of that they will be using IP addresses. IP address in the sense in the form of four blocks, like 127.0.0.1. So it will be in the format of 4 part. So that address is known as IPv4 address. Okay, every system or every connection connected towards internet will have separate IP address. Okay, so we unable to remember those IP address. So instead of that, domain name came. Okay, there will be one server called domain name server. This IP address and it related domain name will be stored in that server. So it's called domain name server. Then we have seen some sort of crime laws, what is cyber crime, right? So let me go somewhat deep inside a web designer. how web designer should be and what is the secret weapon. So, number one is time management. So time management is, we should deliver the product on time. It's a very important thing. I remember few years before when I was new to business, I got website designing project. As a newbie, I started to plan by mixing my creativity skill and I designed well. We did more than client's expectation. But the thing is, we are all not in time. Even though our work was good, due to lack of timely delivery, client missed out the launching date. Even though we did our work perfectly, clearly, innovatively, that won't talk there. So we didn't submit on time. So that's the very important point. By the way, you people learn to complete the project on time. That is my last project I submitted after the time limit. So that's a big education. I learned to submit before timeline. If you have enough time, you can show your innovative designs and all. So consider time in each and every section of your project. Plan according to time limit given. Anyway, consider the budget and time as well. Okay. So next one is communication. Nowadays we have several communication forums where we can find solution. Right? We have a Stack Overflow, we have Quora. So you can register there and you can communicate with like-minded people. You can have some results over there. You can ask some question. The experienced people will reply for that question in forums. So we should be very genuine by handling the forums. So next one is SEO, digital marketing and social media. In social media, try to find out pages or groups where you can see like-minded people with same interest. You can search for a group name according to that. By the way, our website should be SEO friendly so that it will aid for digital marketing. So these things will be covered in HTML while creating our website. So next one is business or client management. Whether you're working in a company or you're working as a freelancer, understanding the bottom line will help you to make sure you or your company is profitable or sustainable. There are different types of websites which we want to see. Okay, so one is static and another one is dynamic. This is a basic difference. Okay, so static website means user can see that website and user can see the products or designs or advertisements which we given in a static website. But the thing is, user can't give any data there. Okay, they can see, they are unable to do anything on that website. Then next one is dynamic website. Dynamic website means user or viewer can give data and receive data. For example, registration forms, customer reviews, and we come across Amazon, Flipkart. So this type of e-commerce website, all this come under dynamic website. The next one is a responsive website. It means the website design remains same and neat in any device screen. For example, when we see that particular website in mobile, it will be neat and clean without any styling issue. Styling issue means all the things which we planned in that website, it should be on there itself, on that place itself. Okay, So we can see in mobile, tablet or even TV, this website should be neat and clean and presentable. Whatever may be the website type, web designer should be there. The part of web designer is very important for UI designs. Whatever programs running backend, it's not shown to viewer and viewer not going to access it directly. So web designing becomes the intermediate tool between user and backend program. So web designer have great scope. Okay, now come to today's task. So first one, list out few examples for different types of websites. So I told you already types of website, static, dynamic, and you can add on a responsive website too. So I give some popular antivirus names. Okay, you can search for antivirus and come up with antivirus name, and you can list out what is use of particular antivirus. Some antivirus focusing only on phishing, and some antivirus focus on internet related spams. So you just consider that use also. And draw a client server model, which I have shown you already. Client will send the request, the process is done in server end, and the request the response is sent again to the browser, it means client. Okay, it will be like a very small task. It's enough for recollecting the things. Okay, so our next session will be Adobe Photoshop. Our course is structured with many technologies by which you can create effective website. Okay, before that, make sure Adobe Photoshop installed in your computer. So if you have new version, I'm going to teach new version. So if you have new version, you can go through that. And if you want to download, you can download from Adobe official website. Okay, and install it. If you have any queries, contact our team. The number and email ID is given here. And also, after completing the assignment, today's task, you come and upload it in the browse button. You will be having upload area just below this video. You can upload there. I will meet you in next session. Until then, bye from Nithya. Thank you.